All right, welcome in everyone to the deep dive. We're diving into Cyber Monday today.
Oh, yeah?
You know that massive online shopping day right after Thanksgiving.
Right after Thanksgiving, yeah.
And you actually sent in a Wikipedia article, which is fantastic.
Excellent
So
source.
we're going to be kind of going through that,
Yep.
trying to understand, what it really means for shoppers, for retailers, and for, well, everyone around the world, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not just a U.S. thing anymore.
No at all.
So that's going to be our mission today.
Awesome.
Just to understand the significance and really give everyone listening a clear picture of Cyber Monday.
Sounds good. And I'm noticing something interesting right off the bat. Like right at the top of the Wikipedia article,
Oh, okay.
it says that, some of this content might appear to contradict itself.
Oh, interesting.
So that's something to keep in mind, right?
Right.
As we dig into this, there might be some
Okay, so a little mystery, a little puzzle we got to solve. I like it.
little intrigue.
Okay, so let's start with the basics, just so we're all on the same page.
Sure.
What exactly is Cyber Monday? Well, at its core, Cyber Monday is a marketing term, right?
Okay.
And it refers specifically to all those e-commerce transactions, online sales, online purchases that happen on that Monday, right?
On Monday?
After Thanksgiving in the United States. So basically retailers, they kind of created this as a way to keep that shopping momentum going, after Black Friday.
Right.
Keep people buying stuff.
Yeah, keep it going.
But online. And the term itself, Cyber Monday, it's actually relatively recent.
Oh, really?
It was coined back in 2005
Okay.
by Ellen Davis, who worked at the National Retail Federation, and Scott Silverman. They debuted this term, Cyber Monday, in a shop.org press release. And they were bold, they said. It's quickly becoming one of the biggest online shopping days of the year.
Wow, that's quite a statement.
Yeah. And for context, right now, as we're recording this, it's April 2025. So the next Cyber Monday, that's coming up on December 1st, 2025.
Got it.
So we got a little bit of time to prepare.
Yeah.
But it's good to know that date.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, it's important to point out that even though Cyber Monday is really tied to Thanksgiving,
Right.
it didn't just come out of nowhere, right?
No, absolutely not.
It actually has roots that go way back.
Okay.
This whole tradition of post-Thanksgiving sales, that goes back to the 1950s. Where back then, physical stores were already starting to do this thing where they would extend their hours after Thanksgiving, offer some special deals
Oh,
to kick off the whole holiday shopping season.
got it. So this was happening way before we even had online shopping, really.
Exactly. It's like the old school brick and mortar version.
Yeah.
And then Cyber Monday kind of emerged as the digital age version of that tradition.
A natural evolution.
Yeah, exactly. And it's interesting because the article mentions that this whole surge in post-Thanksgiving online shopping, it actually became a global phenomenon way before they even had the name Cyber Monday. Oh, wow.
Around the year 2000.
Okay.
So people were already shopping more online on that Monday, even before the term was coined.
Mhm.
And then in 2005, they slapped the name Cyber Monday on it,
Yeah.
solidified it, gave retailers something to really promote and rally behind.
Made it official.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And the growth, it's kind of mind-blowing.
So tell me about this growth. What kind of numbers are we looking at?
Oh, it's huge. In 2014, online sales were at $2.65 billion.
Okay.
And just a few years later, in 2017, it jumped to $6.59 billion.
Wow. That is a massive jump.
That's more than double
Yeah.
in just 3 years.
Incredible. And what about the stuff people are buying? I mean, has that changed at all?
Well, that's where it gets a little interesting because while the overall sales figures went way up, the average order value actually went down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so in 2014, the average order was $160.
Okay.
By 2017, that had dropped to $128.
So people are spending less per order. That's kind of curious. Yeah, it is. Maybe people are buying more often, or maybe they're buying more smaller items.
Could be. It definitely suggests a change in behavior.
Yeah, for sure. And, of course, we can't ignore the pandemic.
Right.
I mean, 2020 was a game changer.
For everything.
For everything, yeah. Cyber Monday that year, it became the biggest online shopping day in U.S. history.
Wow.
$10.7 billion spent.
That's almost unbelievable.
It's a lot of shopping.
Yeah.
And it really shows how much our habits have changed, especially with so many people staying home.
Makes sense.
But I want to go back for a second
Okay.
to why Cyber Monday became so big in the first place.
Yeah, what made it take off?
Well, there's a really interesting article from the New York Times back in November 2005 that gives us a little insight.
Okay.
They were talking about how millions of people were heading back to work after Thanksgiving weekend, right?
Yeah.
And here's the key. They had these high-speed internet connections at work.
Okay.
Now, that might not seem like a big deal now, but back then,
I can imagine.
home internet wasn't as fast or reliable.
Right.
A lot of people were still on dial-up.
Oh, the days of dial-up.
Yeah, which made online shopping, well,
Painful.
painful, yeah. Slow and clunky.
So you're saying people were using their work internet to shop?
Exactly. They'd probably be browsing all weekend at home, but then wait till Monday to actually make the purchases.
That's clever.
Yeah.
Sneaky, but clever.
Yeah. A little bit of discreet shopping happening between emails.
I love it. It really shows how technology can influence our behavior.
It's fascinating, right? Now, before Cyber Monday really took hold, there was actually an earlier attempt to create an online shopping holiday.
Oh, really?
Back in 2003, Tony Villado, he worked at 1-800-Flowers.com,
Okay.
tried to launch White Wednesday.
White Wednesday.
Yeah, the day before Thanksgiving,
Interesting.
for online sales.
Okay.
But it just never really caught on.
So timing is everything.
Seems like it. The name, the timing, gotta have all the right ingredients.
Makes you wonder what would happen if White Wednesday had become the big thing.
Yeah. Right. Would we even have Cyber Monday?
It's a fascinating thought.
Yeah, okay, so we've talked about the origins in the U.S., the early signs of success, the growth, even that failed predecessor.
White Wednesday.
White Wednesday, yeah.
Rest in peace.
But the thing is, Cyber Monday isn't just a U.S. thing anymore.
Right.
It's gone global.
Global shopping frenzy.
Yeah, exactly. So let's take a look at how Cyber Monday has spread to other countries.
Okay, let's do it. Where do we start?
Well, Canada's a good example. They adopted Cyber Monday around 2008.
Okay.
And by 2011, something like 80% of online retailers there were participating.
Wow, that's a pretty quick adoption.
Yeah. And at that time, the Canadian and US dollars were pretty close in value.
Right.
So there was some speculation that Canadian retailers were really pushing Cyber Monday deals
Okay.
to keep Canadians shopping within Canada.
To keep the money at home.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Otherwise, everyone would be buying from the US. Now, across the pond in the UK, by 2009, online retailers were already saying Cyber Monday was their busiest online shopping day of the year.
So they really embraced it over there.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. What about Australia?
Australia did something a little different.
Okay.
They have their own event called Click Frenzy.
Click Frenzy.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's pretty catchy, right? And it kicks off in the evening on a Tuesday.
Oh, interesting. So not even on a Monday.
Nope. Different day, different name.
Oh.
But the first launch, back in 2012, it didn't go so smoothly.
What happened?
Websites crashed, servers overloaded.
Oh, no.
Yeah, including the main Click Frenzy website.
Oh, the irony.
It just goes to show you can't just copy and paste a concept.
Right.
Got to have the infrastructure to support it.
Yeah, totally.
Then you have Belgium.
Okay.
Cyber Monday's been getting really big there since 2016, especially with big online retailers launching major campaigns.
Right.
And in South America, Chile had their first Cyber Monday in 2011. By 2015, they were seeing massive sales, a lot of it happening on mobile devices.
Mobile shopping, that's huge everywhere now.
It really is. And Colombia followed suit. In 2012, they had an event organized by their Chamber of Electronic Commerce.
Got it, got it.
France has been using the term Cyber Monday since about 2008,
Okay.
clearly inspired by the US.
Yeah?
Now, Germany, they took it and kind of ran with it.
Okay.
Amazon.de, that's Amazon in Germany,
Right.
introduced Cyber Monday there in 2010,
Okay.
but they turned it into an 8-day Cyber Monday week.
Wow, 8 days.
Yeah, it starts the Monday before Thanksgiving.
So they really stretched it out.
They did, really adapted it to their market.
Interesting.
India actually tried their own version called the Great Online Shopping Festival.
Catchy name.
It was, yeah.
So what happened?
Well, Google started it in 2012,
Okay.
but they discontinued it in 2015.
Oh, so it didn't quite stick.
It didn't.
Yeah.
Shows you it's not a guaranteed success everywhere.
Makes sense.
Now, Japan, they officially recognized Cyber Monday in 2012, thanks to Amazon.co.jp.
Yeah.
They also had a week-long sale.
Another week-long sale.
Yeah.
Seems to be a trend.
It does, yeah.
What about the Netherlands?
The Netherlands started seeing Cyber Monday become popular around 2012,
Okay.
and it's timed really strategically just before their big gift-giving holiday, Sinterklaas.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Zealand had their first Cyber Monday sale in 2010, and it lasted 5 days.
5 days. They really went all out.
They did.
Wow. And what about the rest of Europe?
Poland's been seeing more and more participation in Cyber Monday, often aligning with Black Friday promotions.
Okay.
Portugal started using the term Cyber Monday around 2009.
Got it.
Romania, they do Cyber Monday on the Monday after their Black Friday, which is usually a week before the US one.
Okay.
And even Sweden has seen Cyber Monday grow really rapidly since 2010.
So pretty much everywhere you look, Cyber Monday's having an impact.
It's amazing, right? Some countries have gone all in, others have tweaked it to fit their own calendars, and some have tried it out and moved on.
Yeah. But overall, it's definitely a global trend.
Definitely. And even in the US, where it all started, things are still evolving.
Right.
The article talks about how desktop-based online sales have been steadily increasing.
Okay.
Back in 2006, it was 610 million.
Okay.
By 2017, it was 3.364 billion.
Big jump.
Huge! And of course, mobile shopping, that's a massive factor now.
Of course.
In 2019, mobile transactions in the US hit $3.1 billion. Oh,
wow.
Yeah. And that year, total online sales on Cyber Monday were a record $9.4 billion.
So it's still growing, still breaking records.
Oh, yeah.
That's incredible. So with all this information, what's the takeaway for the average listener?
That's a great question. I think the biggest thing is knowing about the history and the scale of Cyber Monday can really help you as a shopper.
Okay.
It helps you anticipate when those big discounts are going to hit.
Right.
Maybe snag a better deal on something you've been wanting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it really shows the power of marketing, right?
Absolutely.
How it can influence our shopping habits on a global scale.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing when you think about it.
And remember that thing about people using their faster internet at work to shop back in the day?
Oh, yeah, I loved that detail.
It just shows how technology and shopping, they're intertwined.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, work internet was key.
Right.
Now, everyone's got high-speed internet almost everywhere.
Sure.
And that's completely changed the retail landscape.
Absolutely.
So Cyber Monday, it's not just about one day anymore.
No, not at all.
It's this global event.
Yeah.
With retailers constantly coming up with new strategies to get us to spend.
It's like a game of chess almost
Is.
between retailers and consumers.
And we, the consumers, we gotta be smart.
Definitely.
Huh.
Well, this has been a really insightful deep dive
It has.
into the world of Cyber Monday.
Yeah. And thinking about how big it's gotten, how sales keep breaking records, it
Yeah.
makes you wonder, right? What's next?
Exactly. What's the future of Cyber Monday?
How will the economy, new technologies, how will those shape Cyber Monday in the years to come?
Right. Will it keep growing? Will it change completely?
Will something new come along and replace it?
Hmm.
Lots to think about.
Lots to think about.
Well, thanks for joining us for the deep dive.
Yeah, this was great.
And until next time, happy shopping, everyone.
Be careful out there.
Exactly.
Especially on Cyber Monday.
Especially on Cyber Monday.